right then, who's hiding them?
Okay, I'll tell you. Do you know the Muffin Man?
The Muffin Man?
The Muffin Man.
Yes, I know the Muffin Man. Who lives on Drury Lane?
Well, she's married to the Muffin Man.
The Muffin Man?
The Muffin Man!
Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. My name is the Frenzy Gamer and today we are doing another video of pack review. The video where I spend crowns on packs so you guys don't have to. As I reviewed last time the Elven Nightmare pack, which was actually a pretty good pack in my opinion. I didn't really see much wrong with the Elven Nightmare pack. It gave energy gear that was pretty easy to get. It was better than the Snowdrifters gear. Not to mention, you know, the pets were pretty cool. The gear wasn't really the best, but the gear's normally never that great in any pack. But the energy gear definitely makes up for it, and not to mention, it was also cheaper than the original $3.99 crowns. So, for a pack that had some pretty cool looking mounts, even though it was reskins, I thought there really wasn't that much wrong with the pack. I thought it was a pretty decent pack overall. Today, we'll actually be going over the Gingerbread pack, which is the latest pack that Wiz has implemented. And let me say, it's definitely not having a good reputation as of now. I honestly, overall, am not a fan of this pack. There's only two things I wanted from this pack. Number one was the pet, because for me, I felt like Hangzal got that it was a reference from Shrek. As you guys saw from the intro, it was Shrek. It was basically Shrek. And, you know, I really wanted the pet that looked a lot similar to the one I was looking for. Unfortunately, that didn't happen. I got this one, which, I mean, I'm not complaining. I really love the fact that I got at least one pet. And it was actually a pretty cool one, which is this one. But, you know, I wish I got the other one. Another thing I also want to mention is that they also had a crowns event for this pack. Obviously, I'm hella late when it comes to this. In fact, when I upload it, it'll be over. But I just wanted to give my, you know, thorough opinion on this. So, pretty much the way this works is that you had to spend 2,990 crowns in order to get one free gingerbread pack. So, meaning that you had to spend at least 10 packs to get the 11th pack for free, and so on and so forth. This is not too bad. It's actually a lot better than what we got from the $700 mount. My only complaint for this is that this is literally the only tier, and not to mention, it's a little bit too... It's not too much, but it's also not too little. It seems like it's a okay amount, but they could have definitely done better with the pricing. In fact, what I think they should have done is they should have probably got the gingerbread pack and probably mix it up with a few energy elixirs, benefit elixirs, peruse potions, you know, make something a little bit more worth when you spend crowns on, you know, a certain item to get, like, you know, these free things. I think it's a step in the right direction to definitely not have a $700 max tier. But the only thing that I dislike about this one is that when the night rewards event gave you, it wasn't a lot, but it's definitely a lot more than this one. So we're going to say it's a lot. This one gives you a lot less. And the prices at this point aren't really as reasonable for what it gives. I honestly think they could have done a better job when it comes towards, you know, giving out certain tier prizes. And honestly, all you really have to do is just give benefit elixirs, energy elixirs, and peruse potions. That's all you have to do. With a mixture of maybe a few gingerbread packs. Maybe, like, if you were to get to a certain tier, instead of getting one gingerbread pack, you get 2 gingerbread packs, plus a few energy elixirs. Like, they could have made it to where you get a little bit more quantities of the gingerbread packs, and maybe even the benefit elixirs, and energy elixirs, etc. So that it feels a little bit more worth of your spending when it comes towards this event. But that's really my only complaint about this. I like the fact that they at least didn't really make a $700 max tier thing. So, I guess, good job. But you guys still have a lot of work to do when it comes to this, in my opinion. As for the gingerbread pack itself, like I said before, the only thing I wanted was pretty much the pet and this mount. Which is, I actually do not know the name of it. It's actually the Crumbles Ginger Horse, which looks very tasty. A little ASMR for you guys there. As you can see, the little ginger horse. It's actually a pretty cool mount. I really like this one. At least it's not like a reskin compared to like, you know, the Elven Nightmare pack, which I didn't really mind the reskin though. I thought it was really cool. Even though it was a reskin, I thought it was a really cool mount. This one is pretty cool too, and I definitely do like it. I mean, it's pretty unique, and that's something that people were asking for. In other words, we also have the wands, the gear. Obviously, guys, you guys know that it's pretty bad. In fact, if you guys want to look, here's the gear here. Here's a little bit more of the gear here. I didn't really get all of them, unfortunately. So you get what you get at this point. You get what you get. And obviously, it's not that good. However, the wands are pretty decent. I have only 2 of the wands. I have the, or actually not this one, Temperamentalist Sword, which is for level 130. And you also have the one I'm wearing right now, which is the Kermit Knight Sword. And as you guys can see, when I take off the mount, at least, it's pretty much just like a little peppermint that's really sharp for the sword. I meant to say, as the pet also carries one itself, which is pretty cool. And that's pretty much about it. I mean, the stats itself are actually pretty cool. I think that's pretty decent stats right there. Obviously, I didn't really expect them to give good stats, but these overall, I mean, they're pretty decent, I guess. They're not the best though. There's definitely lots of better options out there, but I mean, I like the design. I like the design overall. However, the most important thing that I want to talk about as of this is the Snowdrifters gear, which, if you guys don't know, live under a rock or don't play much Wiz. If you don't play much Wiz, I'm really proud of you, because I'm stuck in this loophole of playing Wiz. But the Snowdrifters gear is the most popular and the best energy gear you can ever get in Wizard101. And we just got an update for level 130 Snowdrifters gear. And from what I found out, it's the exact same. Like I said in the last video, I remember that I said that I expect KingsIsle to make a level 130 Snowdrifters gear that will probably be better than the ones in the Elven Nightmare pack. I was wrong. It's the exact same as the ones in the Elven Nightmare pack. Alright guys, here we are in the Arkham apartment as I'm showing you guys the Snowdrifters, comparing it to the Light Elf gear. As you can see, the hat has the same energy as the Snowdrifters, with it being 25 energy. The robe, which has 29, same thing as the Snowdrifters. And the boots, which has 25, just the same as Snowdrifters. Once I saw that, I was pretty disappointed. Because here's the thing, I feel like, you know, it makes me feel that KingsIsle was pretty much thinking that there's a general consensus of people who, like myself, who believe that Snowdrifters is the best energy gear you can ever get in the game. So what normally we expect is that once they release a pack like this, the Snowdrifters gear will be better than what we got from the Light Elf gear. That's typically the general consensus, because everyone believes that Snowdrifters is the best energy gear, which it is. Until now. Now you can actually get whichever Snowdrifters or Light Elf gear and have the same amount of energy, because there really wasn't much difference. In fact, it's the exact same. It's just one better. And it makes me think that since KingsIsle believes that we have a general consensus for this, they're probably going to make it just like this, just so we can actually be fooled, spend lots of money, and realize that it wasn't worth spending all these crowns on the winter packs in order to get Snowdrifters gear. So, what I'm saying is, overall, this pack is pretty bad. In fact, it's not pretty bad, it's very bad. The only reason you will want this pack is if you like the wand, that's A. I think the wand's pretty cool. You know, if you want to make yourself a Christmas set, I guess you can probably use it. But the main reason you probably want this pack, at least for my opinion, is A, you want the mount, which the mount, honestly, I believe is really cool. B, you probably want the pets because maybe maybe you guys have watched Shrek. In fact, the reason I wanted the pet was because of Shrek. And lots of people on Twitter, from what I saw, is that they were actually referencing to Shrek, which is pretty funny because I'm glad that so many people know about the movie Shrek, probably one of the best movies DreamWorks has ever made. And we all wanted the gingerbread pet. I mean, that's pretty much it. Other than that, this pack is useless. If you don't want the pet and you don't want the mount, this pack overall is pretty useless. Would I recommend it for getting energy gear? Like I said, for the light elf gear, more than likely, yes. If you don't have any sort of energy gear or probably want to get your hands on them, I would recommend you probably maybe spend a few crowns and probably get some Snowdrifters gear, because for me they dropped pretty often, so that's pretty good. But I'm pretty sure it was just the fact that my luck was really good, and some people probably don't have as great of a luck, who probably got Snowdrifters gear way past later. And here it comes with another drawback that I was actually mentioning about this pack. Another drawback about this pack was that there was actually all the packs that are combined. So pretty much, it's a good thing because you can actually get your hands on Snowdrifters gear while trying to get the pet or the mount. The bad thing is that, like all of these packs, there was also lots of pretty bad ones. There was lots of housing items. There was lots of useless snacks. There was lots of useless not energy gear, useless reagents that you probably don't want. I'm not sure if there was some TC now and then, but it was mostly housing items. So also pets that were junk pets. You know, wands that were wands that there were crown wands that you can actually buy them for, around the shopping district. And overall, it's bad. I definitely have to say that this actually is not my favorite pack. The only reason I wanted to go for this pack was mainly just for the pet and the mount. But it was mainly just the pet. It really is just the pet. The mount was just a bonus. And if I was to give a rating for this pack, I'm giving it a 3 out of 10. In fact, let me be a little bit more generous. I'm giving it a 4 out of 10. The reason I'm giving it such a low rank is because, number one, Snowdrifters gear, what we expected to be level 130, we expected it to be better than the light elf gear. Even if it was just by 1, we expected it to be better than the light elf gear, because that's pretty much the general consensus. I cannot pronounce anything, because Snowdrifters gear was known to be the best energy gear you can get in the game. It wasn't the case here. Number 2, obviously the gear, I mean, it looks decent, but it's not something that you will like to stitch, so that's another negative. The wands were pretty cool, but I mean, not so great. And too many housing items. It's one of my biggest complaints when it comes towards these packs, is that there's so many useless stuff that you get from these packs that, you know, when you spend a heavy amount of crowns, it just isn't worth it overall. And will I recommend you guys to, buy this pack? Buy at least 5k crowns for this pack? I would say this pack is a skip. Definitely not something you probably want. If you guys want the pet, because you really love Shrek, you want the Shrek reference, then yeah, I guess you can probably go maybe up to 5k crowns. But overall, I think this pack is a skip. It's definitely not worth any sort of crown spending. However, guys, before I end this video, I do have a few things to say. So number 1 is that I am taking a hiatus today. I'm taking a hiatus when it comes towards making YouTube videos, because I've been focusing a lot with finals. After finals, I'll have work, and since it's the holiday season, more than likely is that I'm going to be working for long periods of time, and it's going to be a struggle, and most likely I won't be able to make any sort of videos. And by then, if it's not for that, it's because I have family over, and I just want to spend time with my family. This is my favorite family, coming from Denver, Colorado, and I really just want to spend time with them because they're like my favorite family. Last year, I didn't really have that much time to spend time with them because, of the summer season of back to school shopping. This time, I do want to spend as much time with them as possible and have as much fun and not having to worry about really making videos. I really love making videos, don't get me wrong. But I feel like, you know, having a break now and then is definitely beneficial for me. It keeps me refreshed for when I make more videos in the future. So what I'm asking you guys to do is hopefully you guys can be very patient with me and definitely support the videos that are coming soon, because I'm going to be trying to pre-record lots of videos. The thing is that most of these videos are not going to be Wiz related. They're going to be more related towards my console gaming. So hopefully you guys are very supportive, and you know, maybe try checking out, you know, the videos I'm going to be uploading in the future. There's going to be lots of new series going on, so hopefully you guys are very excited for that. And finally, I'm also doing a Q&A for those who are interested in being part of the Q&A. Last time in the update video, I did say that it was going to be for this Friday, not this Friday, but last Friday. However, number one, I didn't really get much submissions as I hoped for, and number two is I actually didn't have time to make the video, so pretty much it was up for grabs at this point. So now I'm going to extend it to this Friday, so you guys will have until this Friday in order to send your questions to me for the Q&A video. Now, pretty much you can ask almost anything. More than likely though, I'm not going to be able to answer everyone's questions, but I'll try answering as much as possible. There are two ways you can ask these questions as well. You can ask through the YouTube comments of the videos I make, or you can also ask them through my favorite apps called Ask IP. For those who don't know what Ask IP is, it's basically like Sarah Hall. You can send questions anonymously towards people. All you need is a provided link, which I did provide the link in the description for those who are interested in being part of the Q&A. So again, you guys will have until Friday in order to ask your questions for the Q&A video, and I'll probably be uploading as soon as possible. As for Ask IP, you guys don't have to make an account or anything. It's basically free to use for anyone, even for those who don't have an account, and it's also anonymous, which is the great thing about Ask IP. So pretty much that's gonna be it for today's video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this pack review. It's not really as entertaining, it's a lot more informative, and in fact I just came back from work and I'm pretty tired, so you guys could probably tell why I feel like so kind of drained. However, I did want to get this information out there because I feel like lots of people should definitely know about this pack and how probably you should not spend any money towards this pack. However, hopefully you did enjoy this video. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you haven't, and as always, remember to stay frenzy.
Tell me, are you down?